Hey Wolfpack, so this is a thing that happened at like 1:30 this morning. I somehow got locked out of my room. It got locked from the inside while I was outside of it, and the only way to get inside was to break in through my window, which I know how to do. I've done it before. But of course, last night was the first consistent and hard rain we have had in Los Angeles in like a year, and so I had to break into my own room through the rain. It's really good times. Really good times. Today in New York is the Quidditch World Cup. I know a lot of people who are there, and I wish I were one of those people. In fact, I'm wearing my Florida Quidditch shirt in honor of that. My friends in Florida Quidditch made this shirt for me. It's even got Mooney and number 5 on the back. It's like I'm a real Quidditch player. I went to the Western Cup here in Los Angeles back in April, and it was a really good time, and I wish that I was out in New York with everyone at the Quidditch World Cup. I hope they're having an amazing time, and I hope all the bands that got to play are having a really good time. I really wanted to play, and hopefully next year I will get to. But I will just be content to sit here and read all their tweets in my Florida Quidditch jersey. Wishing. Just wishing. Got a text message while vlogging. Send. I've also noticed that people seem to always get mad at me when I do that thing where I throw something over my shoulder during a vlog. I assure you, I'm not just throwing my stuff around. There's a bed behind me, guys. There's a bed right there. Nothing's getting injured. Don't worry. You probably noticed I did not put up a vlog yesterday, but I did put up a music video on my main channel, which I hope you enjoyed. I will link it below if you have not had a chance to see it. But that means I did not have a chance to say in video form, Happy Veterans Day, and thank you so much to everyone who serves in the armed services at home and abroad. And I guess it was also Remembrance Day in Canada and England. So I think it's really great that we take a day aside and thank our veterans and our people in uniform. So if you're watching, thank you very much. Speaking of Canadians, I may be watching too much YouTube. You guys know Apprentice A, right? They have a daily vlog channel called Apprentice A. I'll link that below also. It's like Corey Vidal and Caitlin Bell and Shannon Antilles and all these cool people. If you don't watch their daily vlogs, you definitely should. They're awesome people and friends and just neat. What I mean that I'm watching too much YouTube is it's beginning to seep into my dreams. Do you guys ever have this where you have dreams with YouTubers in them? I normally wouldn't talk about my dreams because there's nothing so boring as listening to another man's dreams. I think Mark Twain said that, but I'm going to tell you about this one because I think you'd find it interesting. So, not last night when I was sitting freezing in my bed as it was raining outside through my open window, but the night before that I had a dream that centered on Corey Vidal, who is in... Corey Vidal? I always screw up his last name. I'm embarrassed. Corey from Apprentice A, actually being God? Yeah, stay with me here. So, it came out in this dream that he was the basis for multiple video game characters, like he actually was Mario and he actually had saved the princess, and he actually was Link and had saved the princess. Anyway, so he was just like an amalgam of all these characters from video games, and it came out that he actually was like a deity, and he was here making all of us better. That's how highly I think of Corey. No, but in this dream, that was the truth. So I tried to prove it to Jason, who did not believe me, and the way I tried to prove it to Jason was by, so Corey like disappeared. He turned into like a cloud of godly dust, and I was like, no way, I have to prove this to Jason. He's never going to believe me. So I got a vacuum with a tube, and I vacuumed him into it, and then showed that to Jason. I made Jason pull out the fluff, which was supposed to be Corey, but ended up just being like insulating material. I don't know, it was a much more interesting dream in my head, but I'm just curious if you guys ever have YouTubers show up in your dreams, because that's really weird. Oh, also last night, in my dream last night, I was playing a show with Dr. Noise. What the heck's going on? The world is a weird place. It's that time again, and since I didn't do a video yesterday, 2 compliments today, the first of which will go to Miss Haley G. Hoover, or as we call her, the Ghoove. Haley, your videos are always hilarious. In fact, you are always hilarious. I cannot think of a time that I have walked away from hanging out with Haley and not just had a big old stupid grin on my face. So thank you very much for always being so incredibly funny. Second compliment of the day goes to the aforementioned Caitlin Bell. She does beautiful covers, has a great voice, and I'll link her channel below because she just makes very nice music, and I think you would enjoy listening to it. And one last note, some friends of mine in the UK are putting on a Yule Ball type event. It's called the Winter's Fair. Some really great bands are playing, and if you have the ability to check it out, you should definitely try to get yourself there. I'll put a link in the description to the Facebook event, and you know, encourage more events like this to happen over in Europe, yonder, across the pond. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.